guys, it's Janie. Welcome back to the Crafting Bookworm. I've got a few projects that I want to talk about. Okay, welcome back, you guys. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. I hope that you enjoy yourself here. Yeah, so I have some new projects I want to do. I have 5 journals that I would like to get done by July because my vacation starts in July, mid-July, and I've got journals that I want to do. 2 of the journals I want to do are going to be cooking journals or recipe journals or country kitchen-ish kind of thing, and that's what I was working on right now. I'm going to make also a couple of Bible study journals for my daughter and I. So when we have our Bible studies, instead of, having to write it down on separate paper or what have you, we can have our Bible study journals. And we can keep that with us as we do our Bible studies. So I want to do those. And then I have a commission journal that I need to start working on. And it's for my niece, one of my nieces, her daughter would like to have a journal. So I've got a lot on my plate right now, and not to mention different projects, that I am already participating in, because I still have my spring into summer collaboration with Bobby, which has been so fun. I'm going to be working with Diane and Debbie in a July collaboration, and then I joined the Christmas in July collaboration that I watched Carol at the Crinkled Path. She was talking about it, and I think Angela is the one who started this. I don't know for sure, so correct me if I'm wrong, guys. So yeah, I joined that. So I've got quite a bit on my plate for the upcoming months, but I'm going to focus first on these coffee journals. I had just finished the final prompts for the spring into summer until June, when we swapped the journals and we did the last 5 prompts. So I figured now is the time to do this. I don't have these completely put together. I am going to add cookbook pages inside of these, and I haven't done that part yet. So I'm doing the 2 different styles. We're doing the glue journal with sewn signatures, and then I'm doing, just your basic regular journal that I make, where I construct my cover and all that stuff. So I'm doing 2 separate cookbook ones, and I think I came up with a better idea for the covers for these right here. I was thinking, and I don't want to have to trim these off because I like how it's rounded, when you're looking at the journal. So I measured my covers instead of just thinking in my head, okay, we're going to make it this long. I actually lined it up with my cover. Okay, right to the edge, and then I could see how much space I had there so that none of the pages are exposed. But also, let me move all this stuff. It's going to be 4 signatures. Both of them are going to be 4 signatures. But we're constructing our glue journal first, and I'll have to get those pages finished. I also wanted to talk about the kit that comes from Polka Art Studio. So this kit comes with 90 pages. You got background pages you see here, and then you'll see these, and I'll explain what I'm doing with these. There are what they call chapter pages, which is this first thing. So this says main dishes and hearty meals. There's just so much to this kit, and it was beautiful. I did change my mind. I wanted it to be hints of red and stuff, but I fell in love with this kit, and this is mostly pastel greens and just very country. So I decided to go with this one. I had bought another kit. I can't remember the Etsy shop and decided against it. because there wasn't as many pages, so then I'd have to get more kits to make up the pages, and then you're mixing and matching and all this stuff. So this one had enough pages for me to be able to construct the whole journal with those pages. Now, there is the exception of one where I added these recipe pages because this Polka Art Studio one didn't have a lot, and this one had like 6 or 7 of these recipe pages. I'll put it on the screen, the name of the kit, because I can't think right offhand, and all of it's going to be down in the description box. My sister had actually asked me if I was going to do process video on this, and I said, no, probably not. And then I was sitting here getting ready to, get to work, and I thought, you know what, we can just do a few videos here and there so you guys are kept in the loop of what we're working on. So, if you guys have watched my process video of the coffee journal, because I had a request to do a process video of that, you can go watch that so you understand the concept of this glue journal. So, I'm not going to get into all those details. So here's my front and back cover. And I came up with a different idea so that I can more easily fit my cover image on. Because before I had to figure out how to get my cover image in a position where I could wrap it completely around this cover and have enough on the inside so that my first page, which is going to be these are the cardstock pages. You have to have cardstock pages, one for each signature, the very first page, so that when that's glued, we're not going to see any cardboard. Okay, that's the whole point. You guys will understand as I get to doing this. So what I decided to do was just take this beautiful background. It's like a weaved kind of looking background. And we are going to cover the inside with this. It will wrap around, and then our outside image will cover those. And I'm like, that's brilliant. Why didn't I do that before? So I don't got to worry about, fitting it on the page, my cover image. Because it's really hard to get your cover image to print it on paper the right way. Because if you print it's so hard to explain it, you guys. If you print this whole thing, and this is your cover image, you may not get all the parts you want to show on your front cover, if that makes sense. And so I decided to do the inside first, so this will be already on there, and then my cover image, I don't have to worry about stretching it or trying to make it fit, if that makes any sense. I don't know if I'm making sense. So anyway, we're going to glue this on. We're going to fold up all the edges, and that'll be the inside cover of our cover. Does that make sense? I don't know. Maybe I need some more coffee. Hold on. I'm feeling a little exasperated now. We have a very beautiful morning this morning. I went outside for a little bit. The wind is blowing. And I was sitting there and just relishing in creation and all this stuff that we've gotten from God. And even the wasp that landed on my cup. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to stay out here if you're going to be, buzzing around me and trying to take a sip of my coffee. So I came back inside, and yeah, that was short-lived, but it's really nice. It was 81 degrees. The humidity is a little lower today because our humidity here in Texas gets pretty bad. Okay, we want to make sure this is even. Yeah, so I got to enjoy a little bit of it. I need to get my scraper. We're going to make sure that's settled in there. We don't want to be moving around when we're trying to fold up edges. But we're going to turn this over, and we're going to just do a scrape on here. There's little particles coming off of that. We want to be a nice fit on there. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to fold up our corners. Make sure they're squared. And you can tell by looking if they're squared or not. And as you guys know, this is how I do this even with the fabric. I don't like to do the whole cutting thing off and tucking this and tucking that, because I can never get it to work properly. So this is how I do it. I know you guys have seen this plenty of times. Just trying to make sure I get this as even as possible. I draw my lines. That's so I know where to put the glue. And with them already folded, it's easy to tack them up. Now going to be the outside. This is our inside cover. And so this way. And then what our first page is going to be, first page of the journal is going to be this. So it's going to be attached on here like this, because this is what's going to go around here. Okay, and then our whites are what are glued together, if that makes any sense. Okay, so let's, oh, I need this one underneath here. Let's do our next one. Okay. Okay, let's glue this now. I usually just use the paper towel, and it just kind of helps smooth everything down. Okay, and that's going to be the back outside cover. I just got to figure out what I'm putting on the back. I probably could just use this as the back outside, and then just let the inside paper go here and cover this, which is probably what I'll do instead of putting an image, a separate image on the back. I don't feel like I need a separate image on the back. Okay, so there's the two covers that are started. I'm thinking that's all that I'm going to do for this video right now. I just really wanted to touch base with you guys on what's coming up and what's going to be going on and what I'm going to be doing and all that kind of stuff. And I just wanted to share with you guys. I don't know how much of this I will do or have done by the next time you see it. I don't know what part I will do next on this journal on camera. So it's not going to be a complete process of this. And we're going to get it as perfectly straight as we can. They have to be lined up. Okay. And you want to make sure, oh yeah, that looks really, well, no it doesn't. It's off right here. We have to have it perfect. That's better. Okay, and so these each go on the outsides like this, and this is what gets glued to this. So and these will all be sewn. These are all sewn together. Okay. Once they're all sewn, then each signature has a piece of cardstock, and each of those white cardstocks glue together, and that's where the gluing part comes in. But you still get a floppy journal because these are sewn. So this right here will get glued onto this cover like this, okay? Just like that. And that's how it gets constructed. So like as I was saying, I don't know how much of this I'm going to have on camera, but the things that I do, if I find one that I want to share, then I will do another video on it. But I just, like I said, I just wanted to really touch base with you guys as to what is happening over here, and what I'm going to be working on and doing. So I appreciate you guys hanging out and staying tuned. That just makes my heart happy to see when people come and comment. So please comment, always comment, and let me know you were here. And I will always respond to your comments and whatever questions and stuff you might have and that sort of thing. So anyway, yeah, thanks for staying tuned, you guys. I guess that's all I've got, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.